Welcome everybody today with the third lesson about representing the complex number in the plane, which is the Argand plane. Argand plane is something like the x-axis and y-axis. Now the x-axis it will be for the real part and the y-axis it will be for the imaginary part. Okay. Now, for example, if you have 3 plus 3i, the first 3 it will be for the real, which is to the horizontal place. And the second 3, which is 3i, it will be 1, 2, 3i. So this x it will be 3x and instead of x3 instead of y3. Okay, it will be clear for the next example. Look here. What we have. Represent the following complex number in the Argand plane. It means what? Now we have this example 2 plus 4i. Okay, which is red color. We have to go to the x-axis about 2, real part 2, and go up plus 4i. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this red is what? For the 2 and 4, which is here 2 for x and 4 for y. Look about the second one. The second one, which is the blue one, the question is like this 2i. 2i it means the real part which is 0. So look here, a real part which is 0, and go to the imaginary part about 2. So this blue one is 0 and 2. Okay, look to the blue one. The blue one is 3. 3 is what? It means the imaginary part is 0. So you have to go by the x-axis 1, 2, 3, and imaginary is 0 because there is no imaginary part. So this is 3 and 0. Look about the fourth one. Minus 4 minus 2i. It means we have to go minus 4 in the real part 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Then go down minus 2. So it will be up to here. Minus 4, minus 2, and this arrow, which is the brown color. Look here, this part of equality of the complex numbers. What does that mean? For example, you have two complex numbers. This is a complex number and this is a complex number. Each complex number has a real part and imaginary part. Okay, real part and imaginary part. For example, this z1 equal to z2, like this. Then directly, each part, real part will be equal. Okay, like this. And each imaginary part will be what? Also equal. y1 equal y2. Okay, okay, it will be clear now for this example. Here he said what? Find the value of the x and y to satisfy the following. Here it means he would like to find the value of x and y. Be careful about that. Here we will make equal from the real part before the equal and real part after the equal. What is the real part which hasn't I? Here which hasn't I, which is 5x. 5x. What is the part after equal which hasn't I, also 15? Okay, we'll make equal 5x equal 15. Then divide both sides by 5, then x equal 3. Now we have found x value of x, which is 3. Look about part of I equal the part of I. So 4y equal what? X minus 1, like this. And we have found from before that x equal 3. Now we will remove x and put 3. Okay, now 4y equals 3 minus 1, which is 4y equal 2. Divide by both sides by what? By 4. Okay, then y it will be what? It will be 2 over 4. It will be half. Okay, it will be half. Now we have found value of x and value of y. Look at this one. Find the value of x and y for this example directly. What is the part of real? 2x equal to the part of real, which is 3. 2x equal 3, it means x equal 1.5. Look here, what is the part which has y? 1, y, and part which has I, 3i. Then yi equal 3i. Remove I with I, then y equal what? 3. Okay. Now you have to say how to make the operation with a complex number. We have to start addition and subtraction. Multiply and division, it will be in the future. Okay, now just focus about the plus and subtraction. The first part, which is the addition. Assume we have z1, which is a complex number, and z2, which is another complex number. If you'd like to make addition between them, we have to add the real with real and the imaginary with the imaginary. Look about here. the real part which is x1, add it with the real part which is x2. Then take the imaginary part which is 1 y1 and add it with the imaginary part with what? With y2. Then it will be the answer. The same thing with the subtraction. If you'd like to subtract z1 minus z2, then you have to subtract the real part minus the real part like this. Then subtract the imaginary part minus the imaginary part like this, y1 minus y2. We will understand it deeply in the next example. Look here, we have 2 plus 6i plus 4 minus 8i. This was, for example, z1 and this one is z2. We'd like to add them. Then it will be 2 with 4 like this. It will be 6, and 6 plus minus 8 because this number is minus 8. So 6 plus minus 8, which is minus 2. Okay. If we'd like to make a subtraction like this, yes, it will be what? At first we have to take the part which is hasn't, the real part which is root of 15, add it with what? Subtract it with the real part which is root of 32, like this. Then the imaginary part which is root of 12 with the imaginary part which is what? 27. Then we have to use calculator, find the root of 50 which is 7.1, root of 32 which is 5.7, subtract them, it will be 1.4. Then root of 12 would be 3.5, and root of 27 which is 5.2. If we take the result, it will be 1.7i. So now, look at this example. If z1 equal this and z1 equal this, find the following. Add them and subtract them. If we, as I said before, if you'd like to add them, take the real part with the real part. It means 3 with 2. It will be 5. And take the imaginary part with the imaginary part. It's 1 with 3. It will be 4. In the subtraction, it will be what? Take the real with real, 3 minus 2, it will be 1. And the imaginary with imaginary, 1 minus 3, it will be minus 2. And thanks up to here. If you like this video, just like it and subscribe to try to get a new lessons and new videos, and share it with your friends and family. And thanks and goodbye.